You know the drill by now. Hollywood, bad. Rise Up Paranormal, very good. The paranormal truth, right now.
Got it?
Hell yes. Hell yes.
Yeah, I heard that, and I marked it right away.
So what do all these fancy toys mean anyway? You see them, and you definitely hear them.
Wow. Thank you.
They don't trap spirits or fight them like the Ghostbusters movies, but it's been well documented how this equipment helps in ways that our senses sometimes do not. But what about the room temperature and barometric pressure? Rise Up takes those readings all the time. What does it mean?
What we're trying to do is create baselines. We're trying to see if there's any correlation between the environment and how it may affect us physiologically. We're not so much saying that ghosts show up when it's hot, ghosts show up when it's cold, or something like that. We're trying to see how these environmental factors might have something to do with the way we respond to things. So, and the other thing is, as far as taking temperature readings, barometric pressure, we want to do it every time we do it to create some type of database where we can eventually maybe point to a common denominator. You know, because you hear people all the time, there's a thunderstorm that ramps up activity. There's really no empirical data that suggests that a thunderstorm ramps up paranormal activity.
Rise Up has been to many locations where they have investigated multiple times. They have been to them in all kinds of climactic conditions. They keep a database of their readings because, who knows, maybe there is a link to our sensitivity, or maybe, just maybe, activity can be exacerbated in certain conditions.
Let's go to the hallway. There's an outlet right there, right? At the top of the stairs, get us a good shot of... This way? Yeah, the length of it.
On this night, Rise Up Paranormal is in Middleborough, Massachusetts at the Peter Oliver House, which was built in 1769. Judge Peter Oliver, an influential loyalist, had this home built for his son, Peter Jr. The home was actually a wedding gift as Peter married Sally Hutchinson, daughter of provincial governor Thomas Hutchinson.
So this was like the White House of this area, or the Kennedy compound as I refer to it. So loyalists, true loyalists. Peter Oliver came here, founded the iron industry, big people around town, up in Boston, the whole colonies.
Leilani Dalpay is a selectman in the town of Middleborough. She continued our history lesson by telling us that not only did Benjamin Franklin stay here for 3 days as a guest of the Olivers, but he also performed spying duties in the name of freedom by stealing letters to the King of England from the Olivers and the Hutchinsons.
There was a lot of incriminating information in there, and he used that information in those letters to spur on the Sons of Liberty to start the revolution. So then, a few years later, in 1774, the Sons of Liberty actually seized this house. They burned down Peter Oliver Sr.'s house across the street. They got a little smarter with this one. They seized it, ran the family not only out of town, back to England, and they sold this house, and it actually paid for the beginning of the revolution.
Where they take the picture of in the window?
Right here, the woman, she says the woman was probably looking out right there. So I'm thinking we should have a camera down here.
Beyond the rich history, Rise Up would not be here if it weren't for ghost stories. Leilani says there are quite a few.
Once we opened it to paranormal tours at night, people started getting pictures immediately. We have a full apparition of a woman, which we see a lot around here, on the stairs.
It's you and me? I guess so. All right, upstairs.
Wellington and Steve started at base, while Joe and Julie begin in the basement. And as you just heard, Ken and Cody took the second floor.
All right, I'm going to do a quick baseline.
Yep.
All right, 70 degrees.
All right, Cody, set.
Where you wanna go? When you wanna go here?
Yeah, let's work our way down.
All right, so there's no EMS, 71 degrees. So that's a good start.
Okay. You got 71 degrees.
Yep, 72 now. Baseline 0. Milligas.
Okay, and barometric pressure is 30.03.
Okay.
151 feet above sea level, actually. All right. This is the one area here that not really much of anything going on, but I like the idea of the upright shower.
I know, right?
But this is the room here. Let's take a walk in here.
Oh, here's the closet here. Is that Steve?
Is that you, Steve?
Really? Did it hurt you?
Are there any marks, or is it just the pressures?
No, I felt like something just ran its hand across my knee from underneath the table. I just bring this to the chair back about 5 feet.
There's no wires under the table or anything?
No wires, no.
Really?
There's no sound or anything before that?
What's that?
No voice, no sound?
I'm listening to you guys upstairs.
That's something.
Is your
Okay.
recorder running? Yeah. Alright, so Wellington's recorder's running down there.
Okay.
Alright, we'll see if we got it.
Wow.
Listen, if something happens again, like, you know, let us know when that happens. Just mark the time that happened, okay?
Okay.
All right, so maybe we'll get lucky up here.
Wow.
All right, I'm gonna head back in this room.
Yeah, this one looks interesting. So this is the supposed closet where Benjamin Franklin stole those documents from?
Yeah, from behind that closet, and gave them to the guy named Hutchinson. What it was is they thought they were getting, kind of courting favor with Franklin.
Yep.
As a sympathizer for the British, as a loyalist, and he actually pulled a double cross on them
Wow, that's something.
and gave him those documents. So
That's something. And then that's probably what started all of that, all of that going against Oliver, right?
it was kind of all downhill from here,
Yeah.
because they had the bigger house,
Right.
and that was burned down by the revolutionaries.
And then eventually, he got impeached, right? He got impeached, people got
Yeah,
together.
Oliver ended up moving to Britain.
Right.
His son actually took his wife, moved to Boston. They say this house was built as a wedding present, but actually there's debate over that because his son didn't get here till 2 years after the house was built. So,
Right.
it's a good story, but
Right.
it doesn't really mesh with the historical records on the place. So.
Right.
If anyone's up here listening to us right now, we're talking a little bit about the history of the house. Is what we're saying accurate? Is there something you'd like to contribute to this or correct us? Siren in the background. Haven't heard one all night. You can hear us. Is anything you want to contribute to this conversation? Please feel free to go right ahead and do that. You can help us actually as we learn a little bit more about the families that lived here and about the property. You're most welcome to contribute.
This is my friend Ken, and my name is Cody. The reason why we're here tonight is just to talk to you. The history that we're talking about is the history that's been passed down for generations. Could be true, but we'd like to hear the facts from you.
If any of the Olivers are here, thank you for letting us into your home tonight. We appreciate that time that we've been given here.
I believe this is your room, Miss Hutchinson. Is that true? And your husband's room was across the hall?
Do you still enjoy gazing out these windows onto the property? There are some people who say that they photographed your likeness in this window, but we're not sure if perhaps that was a trick of shadows and light. We don't doubt your existence. We don't doubt your willingness to speak and to entertain guests in your home right now. But if it's not too much trouble, we'd like to maybe get some proof of that. You've been very, very kind to some of our friends here, guests in the house in the past. And I'm just hopeful that you'll continue that and extend that to us because we'd like to learn more about you. So this is your time. Please know that we're listening.
Hello, my name is Jones, my friend Julie. This is our first time to the Oliver house. If there are any spirits down here willing to communicate with us, can you give us a sign that you can hear us or see us, please? I think that was upstairs. It's a beautiful place. I hear there's a woman here. What is that? Is there any way you could make a sound to let us know that you're with us? It's pretty dark down here, so you have anonymity if you're walking around. Can you tell us your name? Light play coming through the window. I just heard what sounded like a woman. All the other people are left. Am I hearing you? Sounds like a female. It feels different down here now.
Like, how different?
I don't know. I kind of feel nervous.
Yeah, I sort of, since that happened to him, I'm sort of waiting for something to happen down here. And now the house is really quiet. If you want to say something, make a noise, this is your chance. We're all listening.
Can you tell us how many spirits are down here?
If you're elsewhere, please feel free to come and join us.
Ask about the children.
So we know that there were children here, and throughout the years, I know some of them even passed away in this house. I believe was it Sprout children? Is that the last name? Sprout. I know Mr. and Mrs. Sprout, if you can hear me, I know you once lived in this home too. And I believe you had 7 children, 3 of which died at an early age. And one of them, I don't know if you read this, Ken, one of them, it was their young girl, she was 1 year old, right. And a tea kettle full of boiling water dropped on her, yep. And she passed away. So if there's any children here that would like to communicate with us, just to talk with us for a little while, we have these cool machines that capture your words, and we can later listen to them and help you talk to them. It allows us to hear better. I actually brought a little toy for you to play with. It's this little ball that lights up all different colors. I'm going to place that down on the floor here.
Very easy to move, as you can see. Go ahead and try that. Try to pick it up, try to move it. If you're curious about it, go over and touch it. You'll see the lights come on, different colors. Come over and play with us. Very friendly, don't mean you any harm. What's the thump, Cody?
I'm trying to figure that out myself.
You know, there is a limb that stretches over the house right about where we are.
Yeah, I can see it out the window.
It's not windy at all, but maybe we'll go outside and check it out later.
Yeah.
If you can make sounds or move things around, please feel free to do that. Are there any children here with us tonight? Would you like to come in and say hello?
I thought I was hearing slight footsteps or something. I'm not sure if it's them downstairs and I'm just hearing it.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm picking it up. Clear.
Well, you're amped, but I can hear it just...
Okay, I'm going to mark that at 19:30.
Yeah, we need to just make sure that...
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, it sounds like it's coming from the floor, but acoustics are what they are, you know?
Yeah, absolutely. There is someone coming in the door right now.
Okay.
So if we hear something, that's what that is.
Hello? Feel free to come with us. Walk us through your home. Can someone here tell us whose quarters these were? Whose bedroom was this that we're in right now? Beautiful fireplace. This is the kind of room, as I'm looking out the window here, I know that the sun would be coming up. You could watch the sunrise every day. There's a beautiful full moon tonight here. It's one of those rooms that if it were my home and I was staying here, I think I'd probably pick this room for those reasons. What say you?
So this was Mr. Oliver Jr.'s room. Mr. Oliver, if you're here tonight talking with us, my name is Cody and this is Ken.
Hello.
We just come to say hello, take a walk around your beautiful home and property. Is there anything you'd like to tell us? I'm sure you made many memories in this home.
After the session, Ken and Cody headed to base to talk more to Steve about the touch he felt. Steve isn't the type of person to react the way he did, so Ken felt this was a pretty big deal.
I was sitting just like this, and I got this. Came from, it was like right, and I freaking slid this chair right back. I said, what the hell was that? I said, what the hell is he doing? Oof.
I don't know. Maybe,
Yeah, nobody whispered. When I called up and said whisper, did anybody whisper?
Dan might have when he was talking to Mike briefly about a noise the
Something
camera
just
was
moved
making.
right here and went across
Okay.
from right to left. Right here.
Okay, 856.
12.
And is that upstairs?
No, that's right here.
Oh.
Well, someone
is
move
that?
around.
No, right here.
It's someone's
It's in
shower.
with right. He's got the camera.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Yeah, you get the IR. You're backlit. You're backlit.
I thought that was
Whatever it was.
upstairs.
Yeah, I don't know if you guys want.
Hey, Ken, did you see what he found out there? No. It looks like one of those. I call it
Colonial
the
shoe buckle.
Shoe buckle?
It is. Yeah. It's like
It does
the
look
casing.
kind of like a
Joe,
shoe buckle.
Joe thinks it's a
Yeah,
picture
it's
frame
the
for something
casing.
small, but
It would go on top of the.
But yeah.
I don't know what that is.
That's Batman.
It's Batman. That's not as old. That's some kind of tin thing. It's not that old.
Put it on, Ken.
It's a
Just
pop.
say it.
It's
Say
a
the
pop.
words.
It's a pop top, Kev. I don't want this thing to attach to me.
Right?
That's definitely a colonial shoe buckle.
Oh yeah. Oh, so
It would have
that's
been
what that was?
on top of the main back
Yeah,
then.
everyone heard it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it looks like. Yeah, that's what it looks like to me.
No, it's like
It was found in the past.
oh, yeah.
Like the.
Like a buckle wouldn't be that big, right?
No,
I mean, it looks
that
like
shoe,
it,
yeah.
That would have been that big.
but it's kind of
Well, they got feet like
Well,
Steven,
that would
yeah.
have went on top of the. That's the. Like the.
what, like ornamental.
Yeah, that could fall off while they're running down the path where I found it.
And that is why we call him Pirate Chris. He has found something outside while metal detecting that Rise Up can turn over to the town, which could hold historical value.
Place a K2 with a.
I just thought I heard what sounded like a little kid humming.
Really? All right, mark audio. Thankfully, I was recording.
Me too.
All right, so next to that, we have a tri-field meter that's going to measure radio transmissions. All right, let me take a quick baseline. 67 degrees. Did you just hear that? I just heard it again.
Yeah.
I heard it that time. Sound like, Mark audio.
Hello?
Okay,
Are there-
baseline 0.
Are there any children near us? We think we hear you.
My name is Cody and this is my friend Joe.
Hello?
We come to try and talk to you. I brought you a little toy to play with, a little ball that lights up. All you have to do is move it. And it'll light up all different colors like that. So Joe, there was 3 kids that that had passed away young. And what had happened, this is after the Olivers had lived here. A family moved in. It was passed down to a guy's daughter named Sprout. That's what we were talking about earlier. And her husband had tuberculosis, and they had, I think, 7 kids, 3 of which passed away early. 2 died when they were infants, and 1 died. Their little girl, she was 1 year old, and she had a tea kettle full of boiling water dropped on her, and she passed away.
Oh, goodness.
So it very well could be that it could be one of them. So if you're here, anybody's here, we're welcome. You're welcome to talk to us. Anybody who can hear us.
Who?
Okay. If you're here, hello. That's exactly what we want you to do. That ball is for you to play with. You did a good job. Could you try and do that again? Make it light up all different colors? It would mean a lot to us. I had a 1 degree temperature drop.
I just want to see if it's a vibration on the floor.
Okay, test it out. It's on carpet too.
Do you like that ball? Can you roll it for us, please?
If you roll it to Joe and myself, we'll roll it back, play a little game.
Mock audio.
What'd you hear?
I thought I heard a no.
Okay.
No. It won't harm you. That'll be a way for us to talk to you through our pieces here, our devices. They're not hot. They won't burn you.
I'm gonna put this K2 meter next to that ball.
That's me.
Temperature's dropped 2 degrees since we've been in here.
Okay. You can take some of the energy from our pieces of equipment to help manifest yourself in some way. But we want to establish a two-way communication. And in order to do that, we need to ask you to do things and knock on things, perhaps touch one of us again. We also know that there's been a woman seen on the top of the stairs. A woman in white. Ma'am, are you here?
Was that you, Mrs. Oliver?
While Cody and Joe continue their fireside chat, Ken and Chris headed out to the barn.
You know, it's not entirely about the Oliver family, it's about everyone that had a part of this, everyone who contributed to it. I know that there are people who were used as labor. I know there were people who were paid to be labor. If there's any chance that anyone is here in spirit, okay, we invite you to please come and talk to us. Would you like to do that? What are you doing up there? Hey. How are you gonna go up there?
Oh. You should check out the old chest that's up there that I want to go to.
What is it?
There's an old chest.
An old chest?
Yeah, like a traveler's chest.
Yeah. No kidding.
It's pretty cool. But there's also a lot of rats out there.
Well, not exactly airtight, so I'm sure there's a lot of guano up there, kiddo.
That.
Oh,
See?
that's the most ominous looking chest I've ever seen.
But look at all the. Ugh. You gotta get through all that to get to it.
Are they supposed to be up there right now? If they're not supposed to be up there, do you want me to get them down?
You just want to come up and see the chest.
Tell me what's going on here. I'm confused. I don't know what to do.
It's also like some kind of
I do not know what to do.
stinks up here. Oh, that thing is.
Are you a true pirate or not? Go over there and open it.
Can't catch me. We are opening Pandora's box. It is empty. With some newspaper stuff here. J. Miriam and Son, number 155 Leadhall Street, London.
All you have to do is touch that little ball right there. Make it light up.
What was that?
What was that?
Mark audio.
It sounded like,
Yeah, all right, I need mark this, let me see. All right, we'll do 11 minutes even.
okay.
It sounded definitely female.
Is that true? Did we hear you? You trying to talk to us?
Anybody just knock?
I didn't.
Mark audio. Again.
Can you do that 2 times in a row? Perhaps you're familiar with the knock. Ready? It goes like this. If I do the first half, can you finish it for me? Ready? Okay. That's me.
If anybody can hear me, I have a device in my hand that actually makes me hear better. and it also capture your words so I can hear them over and over again and play it for my friends. So can you maybe loudly say your name?
Marco,
What's wrong?
just before you spoke, you had asked a question, and I thought I heard a yeah.
Okay. Maybe 1940? Was that you? I'm sorry if I talked over you.
With everything that Cody and Joe were hearing during their session, once they wrapped, Cody couldn't wait to get back to base and listen to his recording.
Oh, yeah.
Yes?
I got it. Let me pause
When
it.
you go walk out, can we try that one more time?
Let's go over here where it's so quiet.
Alright.
Because they looked round, that's the only thing. I was like, what the hell is that? They looked like
So,
Let's go on the bed, Frank.
yeah. So this is where I was sitting, and Joe was sitting right there.
Okay.
And I'll give you
Oh,
these.
I get used to this.
Yeah. I'll give you these. Me and Joe are talking, and then at 11:10, you're gonna hear the
11:10?
the girl's voice. Let me hit play here for you.
Oh,
Got it?
hell yes. Hell yes.
Yeah, I heard that, and I marked it right away. Me and Joe both heard it.
Riding on the high of catching that EVP, which we'll play for you later, Rise Up went back to work. While Ken and Joe work from base, the rest of the Rise Up team heads to the second floor, spreads out, and starts another session.
Well, at this point, I think you know why we're here. For myself, I would love to just get to figure out who you are. What part of this house's history did you witness? And is there a reason why you're still here? Plus, I would say it's a great time for you to try some new stuff. I don't know if you've ever tried shutting doors or making loud bangs.
When we were up here earlier, Chris, we heard some weird banging going on. Sounded like it was coming from this area.
Yeah, I mean, believe it or not, we've done this before. We've communicated with spirits, they've communicated back. You won't scare us.
I'm pretty sure I heard your voice a couple of times up here in this room. Can you say something now?
What was that?
Yeah.
I don't know, I heard that too. Did you hear like a, right, all right, wait a minute.
Did they hear that down there?
1:30. All right, you guys hear that too? Yeah, I heard. 1:30, Mark Audio.
If that was you, thank you. Could you tell me your name? When I was downstairs earlier, someone grabbed my knee. Startled me, but that's okay. I don't mind. Who was that?
Have you ever tried just yelling something really loud as you can, even if you think we can't hear it? Have you ever just tried it? You could yell one thing, what would it be? I'm sure a million people have asked you your name. They've given you your opportunity to tell your story. Is there a reason why you can't just communicate with us? Hit this little ball on the floor, make it light up. Use Steve's equipment over there. Shut this door, open this door. Would love to be able to see what you could do.
Myself and Chris, I know we are in Miss Hutchinson's room, who later became Mrs. Oliver. I know your husband's room was right across the hall. Is that true? I know many people believe that this closet to my left here was the closet that Benjamin Franklin stole the documents out of.
Did you enjoy looking out these windows? I know you've been seeing at them. It's a great view. I'm sure it was a lot different in your time. Were you here the day that the colonists came storming the house? Were you looking out these windows? Were you frightened? You know, these are the stories we want to hear from you. And others want to hear. You know, this place is starting to fall apart, and they need money. And they're trying to get people to come visit you. And even since you've passed, you can help this place. We want to tell the world you're here. And we want them to come see you. But we need your help. Can you help us? Can you help this home? Were you a slave that was here? I mean, we use the word slave, which basically means someone who worked here or that didn't get paid, basically just got to sleep here, eat here, but you took care of the place.
Chris, did you yawn or something before you just talked?
Not that I know of.
Or breathe in heavy?
No.
Okay, let me mark that. 13:25. Sounded like somebody breathed in like that.
I don't think I did.
All right, we'll mark
Could have unconsciously done it.
I heard that growling thing.
Yeah.
I marked that you heard something,
Yeah.
and then when you said possible breathing, and then you thought you heard footsteps.
Okay. But nothing that you could hear.
No, the only thing I heard was the growling noise
There was definitely sound like a female thing up there again.
and something.
Yeah.
But the footsteps is kind of all poppy sounds. I don't know.
Yeah,
if
no,
it's
that's what I was asking. Is I
floors or
couldn't
not.
see them over there. And... Okay.
It was a strange noise.
Yeah.
by myself. How
Yeah.
about the breath? Did you guys hear that?
I didn't hear the breath, no.
He marked it.
I marked it.
Possible
breathing or breath.
Cody, what do you got?
I got a couple things to listen to. Wait a minute.
All right. A couple of things, all right.
I got the breath. I'm not sure.
What did you say? I don't think I turned the trap cam off.
It's at 13:16.
It's exactly where we saw something.
What in the hell happened there?
Hey, Chris,
The screen was just...
where are you? Oh,
Don't yell at me.
sorry.
Chris! What?
Let me
Sound
know
like the
if,
kids in the classroom.
Let me know if you think this is you.
Oh, that's a good question.
Wait a minute.
I think she maybe went outside.
13:16. Did you hear that breath?
Yeah, it's way before I start talking, so I don't know. Because if I did, I would have went.
Right.
Da-da-da-da-da-da-da.
All right. Let
No
me
shoes.
That is
no
a bro.
No shoes on the floor or anything like that.
I was seated the whole time, so.
Wait a minute, yes, I did. I did yawn, and then I said, and then I
No,
said,
this was in
"Okay,
this
that is
room.
me."
Wait a
Because I
minute.
was in the other room across from.
And it's loud.
I just wanted
Listen
to
to
know
this.
myself.
What room were you in?
We were in Hutchison's room, Mary's.
The first bedroom on the left,
Right.
right?
Yeah.
The one where the documents
One we
were.
were in. Yes.
The one where the documents were.
So it was just me and Chris, and Steve was in the room behind me, and Julie was in the hall.
And I was in the next room over.
All right.
Yeah.
Am I gonna like just?
It's just a breath.
I'm just gonna hear this. Oh.
Yeah, you'll hear it. You hear it?
I just heard it right there. It sounded
Yeah.
like a yawn.
Let me do it again.
It sounded like a yawn.
That's what it sounded like to me. But I asked everybody in the room, and they said they didn't do anything. So that's what I was.
So nobody on.
Nobody on.
I didn't even.
Sounded like
Right.
and then very faintly.
Right.
Faint for us.
Yeah, I got the female. It's
I
faint.
couldn't really hear that.
Very faint.
I
So it had to
couldn't,
be
like
closer to
you, I
that.
couldn't make out anything.
1440. Very faint.
There's more in that other room to the front room on the left.
It was.
Low to the
Really, it
ground.
wasn't that faint.
Huh?
It wasn't that.
It
faint.
wasn't that faint. But it was
It's not like you cannot hear it.
1340.
1440.
Okay.
Back it up.
Exactly. It's like you know what you're getting into, but yeah.
Yeah, but
I don't know. I can't make out what it says, but
Oh, I
there is
can't.
something
Right,
there.
but that doesn't sound.
That sounded like what I heard, which is like a.
Yeah, that doesn't sound childlike to me.
No.
The first one.
The first one was
in
childish.
the front room. Pretty much no doubt in my mind.
Yeah.
That's a
Yeah,
kid.
that
That
one-
doesn't sound. That doesn't sound childlike. It's just a little bit more.
It's tough to pick up.
I mean, I wish we would get like
It's a syllable.
form sentences,
Right.
syllables.
That's a noise. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's a noise.
You know.
It doesn't really have vocal characteristics.
Like I
that's the
said,
issue.
well, you know, I'll run it through the voice analysis. I'll run it through the spectrum analysis, and we'll see if it's got a vocal characteristic. But
When
what that's going to tell you is that if it's vowels and consonants, and the other thing, it'll be a vocal signature.
Yeah. Let me tell you,
That
you got a
will
small
be
sample.
different from yours.
Yeah.
That's the best we can do. It doesn't mean it's, you know.
when I heard it live, it sounded like more than just what I recorded.
Okay.
So hopefully, if there's another recorder that was closer to it, because it sounded like it came out from where Wellington was. It came out that all.
Well, I didn't hear anything. I had my recorder, like I said. But like I said, I was just trying to keep quiet.
And Steve's in the
Let you
hallway,
guys do the
right?
talk.
So he's kind of.
It sounded like maybe like two syllables, separate though, like like that, something like that.
Ken decides to triangulate 3 recorders in both rooms where they have heard potential voices. This might help them figure out exactly where these noises are coming from. That session was the final of the evening. Seemed like there was a lot going on, but did it translate into evidence?
If you're elsewhere, please feel free to come and join us.
Ask about the children.
If you're elsewhere, please feel free to come and join us.
Ask about the children. Ask about the children.
This is a piece of evidence that we thought we heard on our recorders. I sent it to Ken. He said that the voice matched a few other EVPs they found from that night.
All we have to do is touch that little ball right there. Make it light up.
What was that?
What was that?
Mark audio.
All you have to do is touch that little ball right there. Make it light up.
What was that?
What was that?
Mark audio.
During the second session, Cody and Joe brought a ball into the room. When they instructed on how to use it, you hear a little girl's voice. Ken says they hear a yes response. What is equally interesting is the voice is similar to the one I found. Plus, both times now the voice was audible to the investigators.
Yeah, one of the servants here.
Oh, wait a minute.
I think I just heard something.
I just heard a female.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, one of the servants here.
Oh, wait a minute.
I think I just heard something.
I just heard a female.
Yeah, me too.
Again, we have the voice of what sounds like a little girl. This was on the second floor during the large group session. Just like the two EVPs before, it is heard by the investigators during the session. Ken says they think it's 2 syllables, and while there was no consensus as to what was said, one crew member hears, "Chase me." During a break, when just the recorders were running in the house and all females had left for the night by this time, Rise Up caught a woman's voice. It's faint and muffled, so picking out words is very difficult. As Ken said, considering the stories of a woman in white being seen in the house and the fact that nobody was in there at the time, it's a great catch. The next piece of evidence is, to use a Kenism, really cool. It's from the last session of the evening when Rise Up triangulated the recordings. That's right, a 2-for-1 deal. Rise Up and my crew all heard a little girl say, "Mommy," and then a male voice say, "Daddy's here." There is one more piece to play, and this was around the stairway on the second floor. It was caught on Julie's camera.
What was that?
I just heard that.
What was what? I just heard like a breathing.
It was loud.
It was pretty loud.
I'm gonna mark my audio for that.
What was that?
I just heard that.
What was that?
I just heard that.
That is the most evidence we've ever had on one investigation on any episode of The Paranormal Truth. So that was really cool. And I know what you're thinking, but don't worry, Ken and the crew are already on it. They are definitely bringing us back to the Oliver House sometime soon. I want to thank you for watching The Paranormal Truth and Rise Up doing their thing in Middleborough, Massachusetts. I'm Dan Ginden, and I've been seeking out the paranormal truth.